Hi, I'm Eddie. I've just finished a Business Administration qualification with Prostart.
My name's Dominic Smith. I am a Business Administration Apprentice with Bushcliffe Borough Council. I've worked here for just over a year and I work in the planning department.
My name's Jamie. I'm 19 years old. I'm currently in my second work placement, just finished my second apprenticeship for my Business Level 3 Administration qualification.
At the time, the stage I was in my life, I was in a job where I didn't feel like there was much opportunity for career progression, and the company that I was moving to offered an apprenticeship with Prostart, and I found that to be the break that I needed to be in a job where I got paid, I could still afford to live, and at the same time I gained a qualification.
I decided to choose an apprenticeship in business administration because of all the atmospheres out there. I thought working in business administration would get the most out of me in the office, and I knew I'd be good at the type of work I would be doing.
After spending a short time at a local college, I decided to enter the workplace as I decided I had enough further education and it wasn't for me. I've learned to think off my own initiative and use my skills in a real working environment.
I would say that I've developed on skills, the core skills that I already had, but I've also learned to be more personable, and then it's taught me how to communicate with other people in a business environment, which before I wasn't able to do as well. I couldn't adapt to certain situations. For example, talking to people within different levels of the hierarchy, I wouldn't know how to adapt myself to be able to speak to them professionally. I would almost panic and try and make them my mate rather than a colleague, a professional colleague, and that was a big thing for me that I've learned to change, and I can now adapt to those situations.
Through working in business administration, I have had the benefit of maturing a lot as a person, and for the atmosphere, it's helped me with the work I have to do. I have learnt a lot of new skills through the systems we use and have been trained on systems I knew little about.
They've been very supportive of me actually. The first apprenticeship that I did with Prostart was in sales, and unfortunately that job didn't work out for me. And during the period between finishing that job and starting my new one, I had a lot of support from Prostart, particularly Denise, the manager and director, who actually actively went looking for jobs for me to get me back into a role that I wanted to be doing. And to have that level of support from anyone really, just to show that they actually care about you, is quite encouraging. In terms of my assessor, again, they work really flexibly around your needs and requirements. So, for example, if I'm out doing an event one day on a day that our visit was due, we'll arrange it for the next week. If you need help with your work or you're not quite sure on a question, do it at the other end of the phone or by email, so they're always there to support you.
They've helped me by offering support if needed, and whatever work I've had to do with my MVQ, Prostart have always been available to give support needed.
My assessor has helped me to achieve my qualification with close support without being overbearing or hand-holding in my qualification. Prostart were very helpful in securing my position within the apprenticeship administration role. They work closely with connections to help me secure interviews and eventually a placement.
It's almost that guarantee to the employer that you can do the job, and you've proven that you've got the skills to be able to progress within the company. From a personal point of view, knowing that the employer has that confidence in you that you can do the skills, and you can do your job well, and adapting the skills that you learn in the qualification to the working environment, I think that all helps in terms of career progression.
I went to school, did my GCSEs, had no really support, didn't know what I wanted to do. So the school said, why don't you go to sixth form? They push you to go to their own sixth form or go to college. So I went to sixth form. I stuck it for 8 weeks. The work, what I had to do, was too much for me. They basically said to me, you're going to have to resit this year, and that was 8 weeks in. So I just sat back and thought, hang on a minute, why do I want to do that? So I just started looking online, and Business Administration Apprenticeships, they're few and far between, I think. And I saw for Liverpool Council, came in for my interview, first ever interview I ever did. Came in and got the job. That was October 2011. So it's helped me mature as a person. I get up at 5:45 in the morning every day, get the bus, get the train in, so it motivates me. I'd recommend it because you gain confidence, mature at work, and it's in a very structured, nice atmosphere.
I would say it's a great way to get qualified and earn at the same time as learning. Well, at the same time you also get the practical skills that apply to everyday working life.
From my point of view, for me money was an issue at the time. I couldn't afford to go back to college. I couldn't afford to not work 50 hours a week, which was what I was doing at the time, and to be given an opportunity to be paid to gain a qualification, essentially, yeah, it's a great career opportunity for me.
And I do think that I think apprenticeships should be more widely talked about, because I think at the moment apprenticeships, they go to job fairs, but these are for people who've been left school and don't know what to do. But that means that's still the 19, 18 looking for an apprenticeship. If you get people fresh out of school and tell them this is what you could do, then they'll go for it. They'll more likely go for an apprenticeship and think, I went to school, didn't get paid for going to school. I'm going to work, getting qualification, MVQ level 2, 3, but I'm also getting paid for it. University, you go to university, it isn't like you go and do a course and you're guaranteed that job. If you're guaranteed a job in the course you chose, then a lot more people, I would say, go for uni because you're going to get a job at the end of it, but you're not. You could go for forensic biology and you won't get that job at the end of it. So you're basically at my level, you're starting off again, but the difference is I'm 18 and I've got a job and I've started earning money. People who go to uni are coming out 24, 25, not worked a day in their life, and trying to try and find a job, and you're going against people like me who has the experience, and the employer's going to look and say, someone's got a degree, but someone has been working for 5 years and got experience in what I need them to do.